Last updated 15:32 the 29th of May 2018. PHOTOSPORT New Zealand Rugby League's new chief executive Greg Peters fronts the media in Auckland on Tuesday. PHOTOSPORT NZRL chairman Reon Edwards and Peters at the new chief executive's unveiling in Auckland on Tuesday. The images Adam Blair and David Kidwell facing media after the Kiwis were dumped out of the Rugby League World Cup by Fiji. PHOTOSPORT Australian Michael Maguire was named the new Kiwis coach earlier this month. NZPA Greg Peters left as Wellington Rugby and Hurricanes chief executive when Rodney Sowoialo, centre, in 2009 announced his commitment to stay with New Zealand Rugby through to 2011. Rugby League Greg Peters took the job as NZRL chief executive because he believes rugby league can touch people like no other sport. The experienced sports administrator, who has previously worked for Wellington Rugby, the Hurricanes, Sanzar and the Argentinian Rugby Union, has switched codes to the 13-man game and wants to make a difference. He feels that rugby league, with its roots as the working-class sport in New Zealand, has the potential to have a real effect in this country. Rugby league has a unique capability in galvanizing, unifying and inspiring communities and getting to people in other ways you can't get to people, Peters said at his press conference on Tuesday when it was announced he'd replaced Alex Hayton as the organization's new full-time chief executive. Fred Moore, Denver test under more fire, former NZRL chairman dies, Benji wins Battle of Brothers, Sharks move ahead of Warriors. I don't think any other sport has that ability in the same way in New Zealand and internationally. The societal good that rugby league can bring as a whole is really important, and a passion of mine is to see the community game grow. Peters is at the NZRL to make changes. It won't be a status quo, steady as she goes type organization now. He says he goes into the job with 3 words beginning with the letter C that are a focus for him. Culture first of all, he said. In this organization we need a high-performance culture on and off the field. We need a clear plan. I was really inspired to see the appointment of Michael Maguire as Kiwis head coach. It was part of my decision in taking the role, because I think we will work together as a really strong team going forward. At feedback, the second part is community. Without enough milk, you don't have the cream rising to the top. So for us, the community game has to be well funded, supported and administered. Commercial is the third C, which is we need to fund the game and we need to grow the commercial revenue in rugby league in New Zealand. At the moment I don't think we are at the top of our game in that space, and we need to be looking for new revenue streams and providing new funding into the game. Appointing a heavy hitter like Peters shows the NZRL are looking to move on from the issues of the last few years, which were highlighted in the damning Castle report into the failure of last year's World Cup. That tournament was the chance to get the whole country watching rugby league and interested in the game. But the opportunity was blown in spectacular style. That didn't just happen during the tournament, but in the years leading up to it. I think it's a well-put-together report, Peters said of the document written by Tim Castle and Raylene Castle. If you look at it, it makes sense. It's pretty obvious. If you've got, as identified in the report, a limited high-performance capability within the organization and no plan in place, what are you going to get? The recommendations make logical sense to me, but they are things through my career that I've seen put in place through other organizations, so it makes total sense to me. It's a nice stepping stone approach. It's obvious, not too hard to implement. Getting results take time, but to actually put those building blocks in place isn't difficult. The sport being at such a low point is one of the things that attracted Peters to this job, with new faces on the board, a new Kiwis coach in Michael Maguire, and a Castle report that mandates change. Peters knows he can come in with a clean slate and make changes that will shape the game in this country for the next 20 years. That's the excitement factor for me, Peters said, that you can come in and with the board, Reon Edwards, chairman, the team in the office, and the zones you can start to make a difference. You can shift the dial, and that's exciting for any sports administrator. You don't want to go into the same thing every day and it's ho-hum and you can't really make any difference. This is special stuff.